All right, once again, welcome to the South Indian. That's our big story today. Backwards are up in arms against Telangana caste census. It was a good step, it shall be a good step, and it shall go down in history, of course. That is the recently released socio-economic, educational, employment, political and caste survey in Telangana, which was to be introduced in the Assembly today by Chief Minister Revanth Reddy. Of course, it's got slightly delayed. The report is expected to play a crucial role in shaping welfare policies and governance strategies in Telangana, and in the backdrop of Congress Party's win in the Assembly elections, riding the wave on guarantees. Prior to its formal presentation, LOP and Congress leader Rahul Gandhi, while hailing the report, said as follows. Listen in.
What we have found is shocking. Almost 90% of Telangana is either Dalit, Adivasi, backward or minority. Almost 90%. And I am convinced that that is the story across the country. I am absolutely convinced that the OBC population of this country is not one less than 50%, possibly 55%. 16% are Dalits, 9% are Adivasis, 15% are minorities.
While providing a detailed demographic breakdown of the state, the survey revealed that the overall backward classes, that is BCs, constitute 56.33% of the state's population, but backward classes, except Muslim BCs, make for 46.25% of Telangana's population, thereby making them the largest social group in the state. Following the BCs, the report reveals that scheduled castes, that is SCs, account for 17.43%, scheduled tribes, that is STs, make up for 10.45%, and Muslim BCs constitutes 10.08% of Telangana's population. However, the census has also raised the hackles of BCs, and going by the report which was published in South First, BC organizations have raised questions on the report. Now, this story is not about political parties. Let me make it very clear. It's about the people of Telangana. And it's about what they are saying about the numbers which it has thrown up. For instance, BJP Rajya Sabha member and backward classes leader R. Krishnaiah said that the caste census is rife with inconsistencies and mistakes. He said, and I'm quoting him here, the caste census has shown the population of backward classes low with an intention to harm their interests. When K. Chandrasekhar Rao held a household survey, the percentage of backward classes came to 52%. Now it has been brought down to 46%. The Muralidharan Commission had said their percentage was 52, while the Mandal Commission put their percentage at 56. So basically, the question is that why has their percentage now come down to 46%? Doubts were also raised about yet another aspect, and that being the Hindu forward caste population, which was 8% in the past, having gone up now to 13%. Further, the caste census numbers may become a kind of a millstone around Congress's neck, owing to Rahul Gandhi's slogan, Jitni Abadi, Utna Haq, meaning rights proportionate to size of population. The reason being the survey's findings highlighting how BC Hindus and Muslims together make up for 48% of Telangana's population, and that has raised the demand for increased reservations in the upcoming local body polls. Well, to be honest, the clamour for reservation has already begun, with Rajya Sabha MP and National BC Association President R. Krishnaiah, along with former Telangana BC Commission Chairperson V. Krishnamohan Rao, demanding that the Congress government of Telangana should implement 42% reservation for BCs in the upcoming local body polls, with a fair share in jobs as well as legislative bodies. They have also warned of large-scale agitations if their demand was not met. Meanwhile, BRS, the main opposition party, not only alleged that the survey was kind of half-baked, but also demanded that the Revanth government walk the talk as per the numbers, and that being provide reservations. Let's listen to some of the other political reactions to the caste survey before we move on with the debate. Listen in.
बहुत राष्ट्र में कमीशन डाल के जीवो बना के ये सर्वे करा सर्वे करने के बाद आर्टिकल के तरफ से ये सही है कि नहीं बोल के विधायक सभा में वो अमेंडमेंट करने के बाद गवर्नर को भेजना, गवर्नर से सीधा सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट बीसी मिनिस्टर को चले जाते। ऐसा करना, ऐसा नहीं कर रहा। खाली पीली जब वादा दिया था ना इलेक्शन पे वोटों के लिए, अब हम लोग कर रहे लेकिन करने नहीं दे रहा बोल के दूसरों के ऊपर डालने के लिए कोशिश कर रहा बस।
This is a historic moment for Telangana, for the entire country, that we have now a clear idea about the various castes and their, the composition in the society. As you know, the Telangana Caste Census, the report was submitted yesterday. Tomorrow there is going to be a discussion on this. The interesting thing is that about, as Rahul ji said, about 90% of Telangana population is either BC, SC, ST or others. So that helps us in structuring policies, that helps us in allocation of budgets, that helps us in planning the way forward.
All right, let's debate. Like I said right at the beginning, it's about the people of Telangana. It's about what percentage do they belong to, and proportionately how reservations should be given to them. Because let's not forget, currently BC reservation in Telangana is 23%, but Congress had promised to increase it to 42%, almost double, nearly double at the time of elections, and also 6 months, I think, after assuming power. Will they walk the talk? Is it going to be practical for them to do it? Is there enough time? What about all the protests and the little rebellions which have started already? Because like I said, it was to be presented in the assembly today, but it's gotten delayed. First up, Krishank Mane, BRS leader, has joined us. We are also waiting for Syed Nizamuddin, spokesperson for the TPCC. Very warm welcome to you, Krishank. Krishank, I want to ask you certain questions. Is that your leader, Kavita Garu, has said that this is half-baked. You know, also not every household was actually, they did not go to every household to ask them relevant questions. She's also said that, you know, if the numbers show, then the reservation should be given ASAP. You cannot sit on it because you promised it during elections. I want to ask you, just as an opening statement, do you believe in the numbers which the caste census has thrown up, Krishank?
Absolutely not, Sudha Garu. Let me be straight and clear. Absolutely not. Personal experience, my whole apartments itself, they did not turn up for the survey. Not just my flat, but the entire apartments, and I've asked the locals too. Why? Only the government should know the answer for it. Keeping that aside, the Congress government called for a session today. A session, special session, short discussion only on this caste census. Now, when the Congress government itself has decided to put it for a discussion, table the bill, and today they come up asking for adjournment and postponing of the session. So when you're not prepared, why do you go for the discussion? And surprisingly, even before this important, significant caste census bill was tabled here for discussion, it came up for discussion in Parliament by Sri Rahul Gandhi ji himself, where we understand that this has a political agenda, that the leader of opposition, which is Mr. Rahul Gandhi, has to speak in the Parliament and to claim credits over the caste census done by the Congress party. They immediately, just 24 hours before that, they've announced. And the numbers show significantly a drastic change, a reduction in OBCs, in scheduled castes, in Muslim minorities also. They raise the question that how can number actually reduce when after a decade, if there is a caste census done, if they've done so seriously, then the numbers should actually shoot up. Instead of that, how did the numbers reduce? Number one. And when you have actually promised, the whole intention today is Rahul Gandhi ji talking about jitni abadi utna hak, then definitely the OBCs who believe their promise that from 23% you will raise it up to 42%, then your numbers have to be accurate. Will you stand up to the promise? Because what we hear from the local ministers here, from the Congress ministers here, that very soon a local body notification would be announced. So will this replicate, will this caste census which you put out also execute an implementation effectively that you will raise up the percentage of 42%? And now there are some serious groups who are actually disappeared out of it from Telangana state. Jains, Sikhs, Parsis, Christians. Don't Telangana have any Christians? Don't Telangana have any Sikhs? Don't
But then they
Telangana have
can,
any
sorry
Jains or
Krishank, no,
Parsis?
no, you are right about Parsis and Sikhs and Jains. But so far as, you know, Christians are concerned, they could have gone under the cat, because there is subcategorization also. You see, this 46.2% which you say has declined, this is excluding Muslim BCs. It's not including Muslim BCs. Including
That
Muslim
is the
BCs,
reason.
it's
So
56
when
odd percent. You know, so they have
so
categorized Muslim BCs as a separate category is how one can understand it. And I think the same thing goes for Christians, Krishank. That's the whole issue. But before we go any further, okay, you finish your point. Why should I stop you? Go ahead, Krishank.
my only urge is when the government has taken it prestigiously, they could have gone to the specifics where they could have explained the numbers accurately, which could have made us feel that the government has put a serious effort on this. But with numbers reducing in the OBCs, and as I told you, I mean specifics, when you mentioned about the OCs and Muslims, the OBCs and Muslims. So definitely the Christian groups also are questioning today. In fact, it is the BC organizations, have you rightly mentioned, Krishna Garu, who's been a very senior BC leader for decades, has questioned today. The BC organizations have questioned that how can lakhs of people, how can it vary, differentiate that from 10 years before there was a lakhs of difference of the OBCs and today has reduced. And there is a massive percentage of the OCs. It could be Reddys or Velmas, or the OCs, the forward castes, there is a 3 to 4% of rise in it. So this prominently is a question today, and this could have been answered if before keeping a press meet, if before keeping a press meet, they should have actually
Right.
tabled
Okay.
it in the
I
House
do not know how true this is.
Assembly.
I do not know how true this is. Apparently, the Chief Minister is also not very happy. You know, Syed Nizamuddin is here, who is the spokesperson for TPCC. Mr. Nizamuddin, this is what I am hearing, that the Chief Minister apparently is not very happy as to why go to the press before it's being presented in the assembly, you know, which of course gives it a kind of a formal ratification. Syed Nizamuddin, Sahib, I want to ask you, the BCs are up in arms. They said, how come our numbers have reduced? When it was done earlier, that is during KCR Garu's time, it was 52% or, you know, do pardon me if I get my percentage wrong by 0.3 or 0.5, and please do correct me. Anyway, coming back to it, they say now it's reduced to 46.25%, which is excluding Muslim BCs. They are saying, why have our numbers gone down, Syed Nizamuddin Sahib? Would you like to explain this, please?
Good evening. This is very clear that we have done it caste-based census. It is particularly for all the caste-based census, like, you know, BCs and ST, SC, everything is, we have done it sincerely. We have done it in 50 days of time. And as far as my, BRS spokesperson says that the CM is not happy. It is very clear that the Uttam Kumar Reddy ji is a minister and he is a chairman for the subcommittee, and he has cleared the figures of the BCs. What is the B? How much is the BC? How much is the SC? And how much is the minority? It is very clear, and it is tabled in the cabinet today. And I was listening that, like, you know, why it is postponed the assembly. See, the cabinet discussion is expanded. So it was about to start at 11 o'clock, and it has gone to 2 o'clock. Now, what is wrong in this? It can be postponed. It is happened in assembly. It is happened in the parliament.
Yeah, why
also.
not? I don't think that's a point at all, Mr. Nizamuddin, to criticize.
This is very clear. See,
Yeah.
in a 10 years of tenure, in a 10 years of BRS tenure, then they have done nothing for the BCs.
No, fine. No, let's just stick around. You see, let's stick around to the topic. Your government is in power.
They have nothing done for the BCs.
Okay.
They have done the household comprehensive survey in 2014. Have they revealed the report? No. We have done the survey in 50 days of time. We have revealed the report. And it
But
is
tell
tabled in
me,
the cabinet,
let's
and
come
it is
back.
going to
No, I'm
discuss.
going to steer you back to the debate, Mr. Nizamuddin. How come the BCs are saying, excluding Muslim BCs, their standalone numbers, how come that has reduced? Is there some method to
Nothing
this?
reduced, madam. It is very, very clear figure. They have given the BC Muslims 10% or some 10% plus also, and the 46% is all coming to 56%, madam. So it's nothing. It is nothing reduced.
Oh,
I'm not
I'm
giving you
telling
the
you,
exact
Mr.
figure, but it is
Nizamuddin,
nothing reduced.
Mr. Nizamuddin,
Exact
पहले
figure, we have done
एक
the
मिनट रुक जाइए,
95.6%
Mr. Nizamuddin.
survey.
Earlier, it was the consolidated figure, or the standalone figure was around 52%. Now, the standalone figure, according to BC leaders who have threatened to go on an agitation if reservation is not given to them, it has reduced to 46%. If you paid me 52 rupees as salary and then reduce it to 46 rupees, I will ask you, no, Mr. Nizamuddin.
It is not like that, madam.
Huh.
46% plus 10% is going to 56% exactly.
Oh God!
Okay,
But you know,
56%.
anyway, yeah. So I'm talking about the standalone thing. Also, they say that the upper caste, it has gone up. What is the method to that madness, sir?
What exactly figure is there? We have done a survey. We have done it very sincerely. Nothing, no manipulation is there in this. What is the exact figure?
Okay,
After
so
the
your
discussion, it
local
will come
body
out.
polls are approaching. So I want to ask you, Mr.
Madam,
Nizam.
during the BRS period, they have reduced from 34% to 23%. What do you say about this, madam?
All right,
We
I'll
are
ask
very much
Krishank.
sincere now.
No, I will
our
ask
Chief Minister
Krishank.
clearly
Don't
said-
worry. Nizamuddin Sahib, don't worry. I am going to ask Krishank Mane about this entire
Yes.
thing. I will ask you,
They have
but if
reduced
there
in
is
the
a,
BRS
the
tenure.
BC leaders have threatened an agitation. There are local
Nothing,
body
madam. We
polls.
definitely, we are very much sincere. We are very much committed. Definitely,
So
whatever
are you
the exact
committed
figure
to
is there, we will table it.
42% reservation, Mr. Nizamuddin, which you
See,
promised?
our Chief Minister is clearly said that it cannot be reduced from 42%.
So you will give reservation of 42%.
Definitely, we will data-driven policies we will make. Data-driven governance is also will be there.
All right, Krishank Mane, please respond to what Nizamuddin sir said about how you had reduced the numbers as well. If you concur, please comment, and then I'll ask you yet another question. Krishank.
Sudhaji, the previous survey which happened on the 17th of August 2014, the factual numbers, they are doing a gross injustice. My friend Nizamuddin ji is doing a gross injustice by saying we have reduced the numbers. One, Muslims, only Muslims, standalone Muslims, 46 lakhs 25,062. I'm being very accurate with the numbers previously, which was 13%. And now you've reduced the numbers with, where are the 1,66,050? The number has reduced. And coming to the OBCs and the SCs, the OBCs were 51% then, standalone. And in Hindu BC, we've mentioned it also, Hindu BC 51%, Muslim BC, again, ST 10% and SCs 18%. Today, you've brought it down to 17 point, etc. for the scheduled castes. And when it comes to the OBC, only Hindu OBC from 51%, you've brought it down. So these figures are actually a question of the BC organizations. Chhod do, Congress, BRS, chhod do. You at least try to satisfy.
Yeah, that's what I said, that it's about the
the
people. It's
doubts.
not about political parties. End of the day, I should get the benefits that
And
is due to
my-
me under the
I'd like to
constitution of this
conclude only
country.
10 seconds.
Krishank, also
Sudhaji,
I want
just
Krishank.
10 seconds. Just 10 seconds, Sudhaji. Just 10 seconds. Our concern was, the reason why we've raised about the assembly session is you've chosen for this pertinent, serious issue only one day. Only one day today. That's all for this discussion. And today, you've adjourned. You say you're not prepared. You want more time. You said cabinet discussion is going on. You'll just come table it. This is a matter of OBCs. This is a matter of scheduled caste. Rahul Gandhi ji is taking it as a pride in parliament. And you better discuss it for 4 to 5 days. Shouldn't it be a valid demand?
Sir, you have got a 10
Let the
years of
OBC
tenure of
MLAs talk
time.
about it.
What you have done
All
for
right.
the BCs, you
No,
better
wait.
understand.
Before
We
I
are
go
very
any
much
further,
sincere.
I allowed Krishank 10 seconds. Now, it's my question to Krishank quickly. I have only 4 minutes left. So, please be brief. Krishank, you talk about many people did not even participate. Except for Kavita Garu, how come no one participated in it? Isn't it your duty as a citizen? Isn't it your duty as a political party which is the main opposition? Why is it that you keep away from the survey? Because there is no coercion. I can take the survey or I can refuse. How is it the fault of the Revanth Reddy government? Tell me. To say that no one in my apartment took. Why didn't you take the survey? What stopped you? Only because you belong to
Sudhaji.
BRS?
Absolutely not. We
Then-
haven't opposed them. We haven't opposed it.
Then tell
We
me
haven't said
why.
officials not to come. We just seeing. I mean, if they are actually really doing it on ground or not,
So
please
many
at least
criticism
let us
happened
do
when
an
the
opinion
census
survey.
was doing
Let us
it.
do an
Somebody went
opinion
for
survey
PIR
across
also.
Telangana. Mera akela.
Because we are very much
Nizamuddin ji,
sincere. That is the reason all
don't
the
run
people of
through.
Telangana has
Don't
cooperated
run
with us.
through. This is
We
not
could
your.
able to do
Please don't make
95.9,
noise.
95.6%
Arey
of survey.
Why politics? Why politics? See, my
It is
concern
nothing
is,
politics. You
please,
people are
Sudhaji,
doing politics because you are not
why
getting
do you
sleep.
want to run through? Why do you want to shout out your lungs? Please
It is
put a
not
session
like
in
that I'm
assembly and have a
shouting it. I'm what?
discussion.
Why I'm not
Let me
shouting?
talk. Let me
Because
make
you're
my
trying to,
point.
you're
Let me
you're
make my
trying to,
point. This is a national channel. Please maintain some decorum, yaar. Sudhaji, my concern is, please let News9 run a survey across the Telangana state, not just us. There are many people where they've actually not visited. The seriousness of it. We definitely support it.
Okay,
We,
but
we
did
d-
they,
Not just
but
Kavita ji.
okay,
We have done a
no, no,
50 days
listen,
mean,
I don't have
survey.
if
time.
they've really
During
Now,
this
wanted to.
survey,
Krishank
we know
Mane,
that how much pain we
Yep.
have
निजामुद्दीन
taken.
साहब मुझे 1 मिनट दे दीजिए मैं आपके पास आ रही हूँ.
Yes, yes.
You know,
yes.
Krishank, the point is, you
Yeah.
said they did not go to them. They came to your apartments, no? What did you do?
They didn't.
You
They
can't.
didn't. That's
They-
what I'm amused.
You big. No, no, I'll
We
play
did
back
not
the
even know
recording.
that suddenly ho gaya
Krishank,
ye.
I will
I
play
told
where
you
you
they
said
did not even come to my apartments.
they did not.
Did not
Okay,
even come to
okay.
my
How
apartment.
come KTR Garu and KCR Garu,
Yeah.
both of them refused? It is only Kavita Garu who took it. So, you know, it's our duty to be participate in the thing. And of course, Krishank, you're absolutely right in bringing up points. And you made some very, very, you know, accurate points, as it were. Sayyid Nizamuddin, I'm asking you a thing. There is going to be a lot of politics over this once again, but my concern is if the BCs are the largest group, as you're saying, you know, that, and Rahul Gandhi has said it time and time again, and you're, you know, actually congratulating yourself for doing this, what is called the need to carry out a caste census. What are you going to do for the BCs?
See, whatever the survey report has come, we will do the data-driven policies and data-driven governance.
So, which is what, sir?
100%, whatever the caste number, whatever the religion number, definitely we will do it according to their numbers.
So 42%
We will
for the local
definitely do
body
the
elections,
policies.
for
We
the
will do the
OBCs.
governance.
So, 42% for local body elections, will you give?
Yes, our chief minister is already said. Our chief minister is already said we will not reduce 42%.
No, no, as of now it's 23%, no. So, will you scale it up to 42%?
Definitely, according to their population, we will do it. According to their numbers, we will do it.
No, but you had
We are
promised
committed
42%.
or not, we are very much sincere.
Arey bhai, that means that if it is reduced or like they are saying, but still they will
They will
get
say anything, madam. They have not nothing. They have not done anything in 10 years of time.
Not them, sir.
They cannot. They
Sir,
don't have
Krishnaiah
that
Garu,
one dialogue.
Krishnaiah
We are
Garu,
very much
one
sincere.
sir,
We have done
again,
it in 50 days.
no politics, sir.
Let me tell you
It's
one
about
thing,
the
madam. There is no
people.
politics at all.
It's
No
about
politics
those
at
who
all.
are not
And let me tell you one
empowered.
thing.
News9 is only,
I am
only South Indian is only bothered about the other South Indian who may be not empowered. So I'm asking you, is it 42% full stop, or it can be reduced from 42 to, let us say, 40.5% as well, sir?
Sir, madam, what I mean to say is very much clear. Whatever the figure is there, if it is 42%, definitely we will go on 42% only. We will not reduce it.
All right.
We will rely on the numbers. Exactly what number has come, we will rely on that number. We have revealed the data also. We are not hiding it like how BRS has hidden. We are not hiding it. We are very much sincere. We are very much committed. According to that only, what are their numbers? According to that only, we will give in this panchayat elections and local body elections.
All right. On that note, Krishank Mane, thank you very much. Sayyid Nizamuddin, thank you very much for joining us on this broadcast. So, the caste census report will be tabled in the assembly after a bit, and of course, this conversation ain't going anywhere.